get ready with me for closing day. I cannot believe it's here. All of the searching for land and tiny home and just this whole process has been so crazy. So I will continue to share. Let me know what you guys have questions on and what else you want to see. But I am so excited that we will officially be able to kick off things tomorrow. I have learned so much about just raw land, utilities, how that whole process works. So we had a little bit of a fire drill yesterday with the power company. So my advice would be, if you're buying land, loop them in as early as possible and make sure that they are involved in the process, because the documents that title draft do not suffice for their easement needs, and they also will do a way more extensive review than title does. But thank goodness, I think everything is fine and we are still gonna close today. So I will say this, even being an industry professional, and I have been doing this for over 20 years, there was still so many parts of this process that were new to me. So I would highly recommend always be represented by a realtor, have someone to talk to, have someone to help you work through things. I always use a realtor because they have access to so many other resources that are included in their payment. So if something came up and we needed legal advice, her firm could provide, she could ask questions and be like, okay, you need to get representation, or this doesn't work, or this could be a risk, So it's just good to have someone that also has a different level of experience to kind of help you balance things and also just manage the process and make sure you're not missing anything, right? So I have been so grateful for my realtor throughout this process. I literally could not have done it without her, because I feel like we hit quite a few hurdles, but the seller of the property has been absolutely amazing, and I think that has made all of the difference, because there was even a point where we weren't sure if the property was going to produce water, and they actually extended my contingency period around that. So not everyone's going to be that flexible, but I would have never known. So these are just all things that you kind of just learn, and your contingency period is so short. It's like 7 days, and sometimes you can't get water, the well driller, power, septic's, easy. They can pretty much put it anywhere, but the main thing would be well and electric. You can't always get them out there so quick. So I think that's just been the biggest blessing, is just how flexible they have been. And I will probably create a playlist just to document this whole process and the things that I have learned, and kind of share this ranch journey. We're gonna go full homestead, so I've already been saving a ton of things to my Pinterest board, and really excited. So the first part today is the full closing. We'll be closing on everything, meaning the land, the tiny home, and the utilities. But what I will get first is the land, and then once I install the utilities, the lender will pay for them. And then the third part is the tiny home. They are building it, but it won't be ready for a couple months. So they will build it, deliver it, and then once it's delivered, they will finish that payment. So it's a really cool loan process. I literally would not have been able to do it without that process and it's super unique. I haven't been able to find anything like it. So it's just cool to see like all these different lending options that we have. But I am going to wrap up. I am running late as always, but yay, happy closing day, and let's get this party started.